Your doctor has probably never mentioned leaky gut, and you may have seen the term online and dismissed it as another wellness trend. Here is what I need you to know before we go any further. The science behind leaky gut is real. It is published in peer-reviewed journals, and a review published in the journal Aging Cell in 2024 specifically confirmed that the gut barrier weakens with age in a way that directly affects your joints, your brain, and your energy levels. Today, I'm going to explain exactly what this means for your body and give you 4 practical things you can do this week to start protecting your gut lining. This is the gut health science your doctor does not have time to explain. What is the gut barrier? Your gut lining is protected by structures called tight junctions. Think of them like the grout between bathroom tiles. They seal the gaps between gut cells and control exactly what passes into your bloodstream. When tight junctions are working correctly, nutrients pass through. Bacteria, bacterial fragments, and toxins stay out. When tight junctions weaken with age, that seal breaks down. Unwanted substances begin slipping through the gut lining into the bloodstream. Your immune system detects them and fires an inflammatory response. Scientists call this increased intestinal permeability. The popular name for it is leaky gut. A key molecule in this process is called zonulin. Zonulin is the only known substance in the body that directly controls how open or closed tight junctions are. Certain triggers cause excess zonulin production, pulling tight junctions apart and increasing gut permeability. One of the most significant triggers, confirmed in multiple studies, is the aging process itself. Why aging makes this worse? The 2024 Aging Cell study found something every adult over 60 needs to understand. As you age, the mucus layer protecting your gut lining becomes thinner. The tight junction proteins that seal your gut cells together are remodeled and weakened. Bacteria and bacterial fragments that should stay inside the gut begin crossing into the bloodstream. This is not a theory. It is a measurable biological change confirmed across multiple species, including humans, and it does not stay in your gut. Those bacterial fragments, particularly a substance called LPS, trigger systemic inflammation throughout your entire body. Scientists call this cycle inflammaging. Chronic low-grade inflammation driven by gut changes that spreads to your joints, your brain, and your immune system. Your gut dysbiosis, the loss of beneficial bacteria we covered in our previous video, makes this significantly worse. Fewer beneficial bacteria means less butyrate production. Less butyrate means the gut lining cells are less well-fueled, which means tight junctions weaken further, which allows more bacterial fragments through, which drives more inflammation. It is a cycle, and understanding it is the first step to breaking it. How this shows up in your body. Let me be honest with you here. Leaky gut has been dramatically overhyped in some parts of the internet, with everything from acne to autism being blamed on it without solid evidence. What peer-reviewed research does support, specifically in adults over 60, is 4 connections worth taking seriously. Fatigue that does not improve with sleep. When your immune system is constantly responding to bacterial fragments in the bloodstream, it consumes enormous amounts of energy. Research consistently identifies unexplained fatigue as one of the most common findings in people with measurably increased intestinal permeability. Joint pain and stiffness. Inflammatory molecules triggered by gut permeability circulate throughout the body. The joints are particularly vulnerable in older adults. Multiple researchers have confirmed that systemic inflammation from gut barrier dysfunction can worsen arthritis and the joint pain, independently of the joint damage itself. Brain fog and cognitive difficulties. The inflammatory molecules that enter the bloodstream can cross the blood-brain barrier, directly affecting cognitive function. A growing body of neuroscience research links gut permeability to difficulties with concentration, memory retrieval, and mental clarity, particularly in aging populations. New food sensitivities after 60. When the gut barrier is more permeable than it should be, partially digested food proteins enter the bloodstream and trigger immune responses to foods that were previously well tolerated. If foods you have eaten comfortably for decades are suddenly causing reactions, your gut barrier may be part of the reason. None of these symptoms are caused exclusively by gut permeability, but it is a real, measurable, modifiable factor. And in adults over 60 whose gut lining is already changing with age, it is worth addressing directly. 4 things you can do. This week 1, L-glutamine. L-glutamine is the primary fuel source for the cells lining your gut. When these cells are well fueled, they maintain tight junctions more effectively. Research supports glutamine supplementation for gut barrier support, particularly in conditions of gut stress. Food sources include chicken, fish, eggs, and dairy. Supplements are available as a powder. Typical doses in research range from 5 to 10 grams per day. 2. Zinc. Zinc plays a direct, well-documented role in maintaining tight junction integrity. Research has consistently found that zinc deficiency is associated with increased intestinal permeability, and that zinc supplementation helps restore it. This matters particularly for seniors because zinc absorption declines with age. Food sources include red meat, shellfish, and pumpkin seeds. The recommended daily intake for adults over 65 is 11 milligrams for men and 8 milligrams for women. 3. Fermented foods. Daily, we covered fermented foods in video 1 for microbiome diversity. They are equally important here. A healthy microbiome produces butyrate, the primary fuel for gut lining cells and a key defender of tight junction integrity. Daily kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, or live culture yogurt supports both the microbiome and, through that microbiome, the gut barrier itself. 4. Reduce ultra-processed food. Emulsifiers, additives used in packaged and processed foods to extend shelf life, have been shown in multiple studies to directly disrupt tight junction function and increase gut permeability. For seniors whose gut lining is already under age-related pressure, regularly consuming ultra-processed foods adds significant additional stress to an already challenged system. Replacing packaged foods with whole foods is one of the most impactful changes you can make for your gut barrier, and it costs nothing. What to remember: your gut lining weakens with age. Tight junctions loosen. Bacterial fragments enter the bloodstream. Systemic inflammation follows, contributing to the fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, and food sensitivities that become more common after 60. The good news is that your gut lining is not fixed. It responds to what you do. L-glutamine, zinc, daily fermented foods, and reducing ultra-processed food are all steps the evidence supports, starting this week. In our next video, we are going through the 10 gut-healing foods that every senior should be eating every single week. If this video gave you something useful, please hit like. It helps this channel reach more people over 60 who need this information. Foods you can find in any grocery store, with the research behind every single one. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay connected. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, your gut is your actual glory. If this video gave you something useful today, something you did not know before, hit the like button right now. It takes 1 second and it helps this channel reach more people over 60 who need this information.